All right, Amari, congratulations first off on a new position here. Kind of fill me in here on what you'll be doing here at Triple F and just kind of how you got connected here.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. So I'm working with Lee Smith on just the training aspect. First off with kids, middle school kids, high school kids, all types of ages. And then I'm coming in on the skill position realm too. So I'll be working with skill position with receivers on Saturdays now. Just having literally like a 4 to 5 hour period to where I can train kids and they come in and get, one-on-one personal work with me, and I pour in the experience that I had on my level of playing, and try to get them right and get them to achieve the dreams that they want to achieve.
Yeah, speaking of, I've watched you in high school, I watched you in college, I watched you in pros, and I've watched you work out as well. You always seem to have a purpose and a passion to when you are training. How did that develop, and how much of that do you want to instill in the kids and the people that you'll be training?
Yeah, for sure. I knew, coming from Knoxville, a smaller market, that, to be different, you have to do the extraordinary things as far as working hard and, doing all the things needed to separate yourself. So that's what I plan on pouring into the guys here. Just letting them know that, we have to be different. We have to work harder than everybody else in the Floridas and the Texas and the Californians, because, we're already not looked at as much as those people. So we always have to push ourselves even harder to get where we want to. And that's what got me to where I was. And I was blessed enough to play in the NFL and win a national championship. So that's really why I want to pour into these kids here and give them that belief that they can do the same things, if not more, than what I achieved.
What about life lessons as well? I mean, you've had so many different things happen to you, good and bad, in your high school, college, and pro career. Will you mentor from that respect as well?
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. I would definitely, tell them the mistakes that I made in my professional career, and also pour into them the things that they can do, to help them exceed where, like I said earlier, go where they want to go. It's always lessons to be learned, and, things that you can teach from your own experiences. And that's definitely something that I'm not afraid to be vulnerable about, and tell people and help them learn from my experiences. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
How did you connect with Lee? I mean, I know he's a guy that really invests in the community and loves, investing in kids. How did that kind of connection happen with you too?
So the last 2 springs I've been playing in the UFL. So I kind of tapped in with Lee to help me train to get ready and prepare for those spring seasons the last 2 years. And, they got me ready. I was in the best shape of my life going into this past spring season. And, that was credit to Rich and, Lee, pouring into me and allowing me to come here and train. So I knew if I ever had an opportunity to, work for them, I knew it was not a facility in Knoxville like, Triple F that had the amenities and had the staff that they have. And so I knew if I had the opportunity to work for him, I would definitely take that advantage and be able to, give back to him like he gave back to me in time of need to train for the UFL.
What's it been like for you so far, just being back here, kind of giving back to a place that poured into you for so many years?
It's great. Like I said earlier, we don't really have a big market. It's getting bigger, and I'm really proud of, seeing the kids that's getting offers here and, going to the D1 level and playing at a high level. But, I want to expand that, really put Knoxville on the map as, a top talent area in, Tennessee and not even the Southeast. So that's really my goal, to help get kids on the map and help show that we have talent here and that we have a talent developer at receiver in Amari Rodgers now. So I'm really looking forward to that challenge.